Hi friends, I hope you enjoyed my last video on Smartform where I tried to provide some of the concepts related to Smartform, and then I tried to compare a few things between SAP script and Smartform. So before I go ahead, again just a reminder, this is my new website sap-technical.weebly.com. You can visit this website regularly to get the updates on the videos. Right now it's not updated, but again, here you will see the latest video and here you'll see the first video. Okay, and then this is another website, the earlier one, sites.google.com/site/latest-ABAP. So in this website I have uploaded few documents, and then you can download SAP GUI 730 from here. So that is another website in place. And this is my YouTube channel where all the videos are available in sequence one by one. For example, this Smartform video is the latest one I have opened here. So I'm getting some good response on this video, so that solves the ultimate purpose, that you guys are actually getting the knowledge, which is more important here. So let's go ahead and then work on the Smartform. So today's agenda of this video or this session is to create a very simple or basic Smartform. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to utilize the same program, or okay, we can create a new program. One second, let me just see. Okay, not this one. Yes, this is the one. So here what we will do, whatever we created in SAP script, we are going to create a similar Smartform so that you get an idea, and then we will try to make it more complicated, and in between we will try to compare between the script and the form. So in this program, first let's just check the output. Provide a sales order number. And we see this kind of output, where is the sales document number, item, material. Basically it's showing up the first line item. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are doing a select single for the customer, for the sales order, and for the item. So this program is not very good. What we will do, we will quickly create a new one, gtest underscore. This one looks better. So the plan is to create a Smartform where we can display the sales order header and item, and we will just try to make it more complicated. Now there is one question which should arise at this point of time, that whether we should create the Smartform first or the print program first. Same goes with SAP script, whether we should create a SAP script first or a print program first. So you should take it as a thumb rule that every time you are going to create a print program first, because you already know that what kind of data you want to display, whether you want to display an internal table, which means multiple line items, or you want to display just some kind of header, or you want to display a mixture of both, you want to display some logos. What you need to do, you need to identify everything, just put it at one place, just make a note that I am going to display this, that, whatever, and then based on that you design a print program where you fetch everything. If that is a header data, create a work area, fetch the data in the work area. If it's multiple line item, then create an internal table and then put the data in an internal table. Then everything becomes very simple after that, because in Smartform You have to just map it. Now this is one concept. The other concept is Smartform itself is capable of, so we created a program with the same name. We are going to create a Smartform. So I'm going to Smartforms, give the form name, create. Okay, meaning sample Smartform, something you can give here. Okay, the other thing which I was discussing that day, that I told you that we can create a smart style either via Smartforms transaction itself by clicking this and then creating a style, or via smart styles. So you can create a style and then you can assign that style in the Smartform. You need to put the style name here. Okay, so once you put the style here, the paragraph format and the character formats created in that style will be available within this Smartform. So we will be doing that, no worries. Let's just move ahead and create a simple form. Now next thing is, so this is the attribute, means basic properties of the form. Output option, you can give the output mode, whether the spool, it should go to spool, which means ready for print, or output device, which is your printer name. Interface is basically the communication between the form and the program. So it's very simple. Whatever you are exporting from the program, it will be imported in the function module designed by the Smartform. So import, export, tables, exceptions. If you remember my video on the function module, you can just correlate the concept. You can import couple of things, you can export couple of things, just like a function module, because as I explained earlier, Smartform generates a function module. If I save this, if I activate this, and if I go to environment function module name, you can see a function module name is already assigned here. The moment you create a Smartform and activate that, it will generate automatically automated function module name. So form interface, as I explained earlier, it's going to be an interface between the program and the form. Now coming to global definition. You want to declare a work area, you can declare it here. You want to declare a variable, you can declare it here. If I go to types, so it becomes your normal ABAP coding. You can do all the types declaration here, which means the structure which we declare at runtime. For example, types begin of ty underscore mara, ty underscore vbap. You can do those things here. You can declare the field symbols here. Okay. Initialization. You can do your coding here. You can initialize fields and then you can do your coding. The complete coding you can write here. And the most important concept, when you are doing the coding, there should be an input parameter, there should be an output parameter, which means the input parameter might come from the form interface or it might come from the global definition, but there should be some input. For example, v underscore vbeln, which means a sales document number is input, and against that we have wa underscore vbln, which is an output, and then here you write a code doing a select single and fetching the data from vbak table. Okay, something like that. Just try to understand the concept. And then going to form routines, what you can do, you can write all the form and form, which means the performs can be written here and then forms here. Currency quantity fields, sometime you feel difficulty when you want to display the currency fields, it will be displayed here. So that's about it. Now having said that, you can imagine that a Smartform itself is capable of having the code and the design, so you don't really need to create a print program, and that's true. But then if you are keeping it separate, which means there is a separate print program and a Smartform, then the speed of overall design is good. If everything is embedded in the Smartform itself, then it becomes really slow. So my suggestion, and the way I have been doing it for about 11 years, separate print program and separate form. That way it's easier to control. And then you have pages, new page. In the page there would be a window. You can create another window, you can create graphics, okay, and then you can create another page, create page, do a right click, create page, window, graphic, address window, which we did in SAP script. Cut, copy, paste, delete, these things are there. Expand, collapse, you already understand. If I do a collapse, everything will be collapsed. If I do a right click and expand, it will be expanded. So till now everything is very simple, very clear. Here you can automatically generated page names, you can change it to, let's say, first page. And you should do this because this will help you to identify. So if the moment you save it, okay, there should be no space. So the moment you save it, it will be replaced here. So you can easily identify that this is my first page, this is my second page, and blah blah. Okay, so anyway, this smart form will be kept as it is for now, and we will quickly spend 5 minutes to create a sample print program, and then we will be calling it in the form. Initialization, we don't have anything, okay. Okay, so what I did, I created a program using SE38, but then every time I create it using SE80, that is the reason the top include didn't come here. No problem, what we will do, we will follow the bad practice here. We can create an include here. Include, no need to follow bad practice. Double click, yes, again yes. Types, begin of ty underscore. Actually it's not required. What we can do, data wa underscore vbak, type ty underscore vbak, type vbak directly. So this is one thing, initialization is fine. Okay, the other thing which we want is a selection screen. Parameters p underscore vbeln type, or let's do it as a select option. Select options s underscore vbeln for vbak hyphen vbeln. And for this you need to create a table, tables vbak. So till now nothing new, everything is what we have already discussed. So if I execute this, it won't be executed, this one. What happened? So we have selection screen. So initialization is fine, nothing is required here. At selection screen is also fine, no need to put anything. let's go to start of selection. Perform f underscore fetch underscore data. Very simple, nothing special. Yes, and let's create a new include f01. Okay, select single star. So I'm doing a select single all. You should not do that. You should do it a field by a field selection, but then I want to cut short the time here. From VBAK into WA underscore VBAK, where okay, where VBELN equal to VBLN in S underscore VBELN. So we fetch the header here. So we have the data with us. So as I explained earlier, you can design and fetch the data in the print program without designing the smart form. But when you want to display the data in the form, then you need the help of smart form. So we will just stop here for a few minutes and then I'll go to smart form. So this is the smart form. You can mention WA underscore VBAK, type VBAK. Okay. Getting a call, 1 second. Okay. So this is going to be an input, which means it's an importing parameter which will be exported from the program and imported to the smart form. So this is done. Now this is my layout. Okay, you can do a right click, create graphic. So you can create a logo here. So you can see that graphic is now created. Click on the form painter again, drag and drop it under the node main, because it should be a part of our main window. Select bitmap image, something. It's very similar to SAP script what we did there. So just select the enjoy logo. It came automatically everything. Activate, and what you can do, execute again. Execute once again. And click on print preview. So now at least this logo will be coming, because logo is kind of hard coded. So this logo is going to be there for sure. So this is how your first page is going to look like, page 1 of 1. Just let's go back. Okay, now click on the form painter again. And then create one window. Let's increase the size of this window. Okay, and let's call it as a header window. Header window. Okay, this should also be a part of main window. Graphics, you can change the name as logo. Window type is secondary window by default because it's a part of main window. Everything is fine, leave it as it is. So once you create the window, you need to create a text in that window so that you can display the text. So create the text. So text is created. Okay, this is how the text is going to look like. So next thing which you need to do here, you need to click on field list on off, that is Control Shift F4. Click on this. Import what you are importing. So you are importing WA_VBAK. Click here. So you have all the fields available here which your structure is having, and it all depends on how you are fetching the data in your print program. So what I am going to do, I am selecting this VBELN, dragging and dropping it here. Create a space and write order. This is how the order is going to look like. Date. Okay, drag and drop. So you can see how simple it is. Forget about the alignment that you can do when you have free time. Type, let's just carry few fields here. Type. Okay, activate this. So this is fine till now. Now export. So we are not exporting anything, so it will be blank. Again you go to, and then for text also you can mention. So every time don't forget to mention a meaningful text, otherwise you will be confused. Let's go to the form painter once again. Create one more window here. Let's make it a footer window. Footer. Okay, and this window should also be a part of your main window. Now in this window create a text. So whenever you want to display something, you should have a text. And in the footer, system itself is proposing few things automatically. For example, page number. Page. Okay, you can have date also, I believe. Date. You can have time. These things are coming automatically, so you can see how easy it is in Smartform. Username, page name, lot of things, nonsense. So you can just drag and drop, and a simple Smartform is now ready. If I test this, I come to this function module, execute again. So this is how you see the print preview or test the smart form. So order, date, type, this is the data that is going to be displayed as a part of header. If I scroll down, then you can see page 1 date, it's coming automatically because it's a system field. So you can see it's very easy, as I keep on saying. Go back, and we could have given some entry here, but it's fine. It's going to be operated by the print program. Now, as I said, utilities, environment, function module name. Copy this, go to your print program, display form. So what you need to do, pattern, give the function module name here, hit enter. The same function module WA_VBAK is coming from the program. Open the exceptions. I keep on doing pretty printer. You should also make it a habit so that your code looks nice. So my print program is called activate. So now if I execute this program and I give a sales order number, nothing. We were getting some output for 4969, so we should get an output here as well. Let's just debug this. Okay, we are about 30 minutes now. Okay, so that was a problem with misalignment in the code because I didn't create it through SAP. So remember, you should always create a report through SAP only. Click on the print preview. I can see the order number, I can see the order creation date, I can see the type C, which could be a credit memo. Okay, and I can see the footer, I can see the header, I can see a logo, and then my next target is to create a line item, which means a tabular form of display, which I'll be doing it my next session. But then what I wanted to explain is that we are calling a function module directly, but then as I explained earlier, this number range might vary from dev to quality to production, so we cannot rely on this function module name. So what you need to do, you need to go to another function module, ssf_function module_name, call this function module, give the form name here, and the moment you give the form name, so you can correlate this with my last video. And go to form name type TDSF name, just copy this, data LV_form type this, and get the form here and replace this with So you can see how easy it is. Now it can move to any environment. I don't bother, because this function module ssf underscore function module name will return the exact, sorry, my mistake, it's asking for the form name, not the function module name. My form name is gtest underscore smartform, so I need to give the form name here, not the function module name. This function module name will be returned actually against the form name. So what we need to do, 4969, do a /h, and let's see how it works. So we are going to fetch the data. Data fetch is successful, size of ours is 0. Execute, go to display form, do F6, and you can see that this function module is so helpful. It gave me the exact function module name here against this smartform name, and now this function module is already called, so no worries. We can see the print preview, and you can see the output. So irrespective of any dev quality or production environment, you can see the output. So I think we are good for today, good for this session, and this is how we created a basic smart form with just header values. Next we will create a line item one, and then we will compare that what is the difference between a tabular form display in Smartform against the tabular form display in SAP script, and then we will keep on making it more complex as and when possible. So at least in next 5-6 sessions of 30 minutes each, we will try to cover various topics against Smartform, but then I'll try to give as much as possible. I cannot give everything, so always you can rely on Google, SCN and other websites. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you guys for being with me, and then I'll catch up again. Thank you.